Hello everyone, my Starry Knights. I'm here with a review for a comic called Midnight Tiger #1. This is from Action Lab Comics, which is a independent publisher. This is part of something called the Actionverse, which I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's a shared universe between different characters within this publisher's comics. So the only reason why I picked this up, it just kind of stuck out for me for some reason. It was part of my I was going through Comixology, and it was part of the digital release first section or digital first section, and the cover just kind of struck me. I kind of liked the art, and I thought it was very reminiscent of a kind of giving off Black Panther vibes. Obviously because the guy's black and he's like dressed in a cat suit, and it's a tiger, not a panther, but whatever. Semantics. Um, so I started reading it, and it actually has nothing. It gives off no Black Panther vibes at all. Once you actually read it, I guess it gives off more of a Spider-Man vibe than anything, because the character is a teenage hero. He goes to high school. He's got some goofy, kind of nerdy friends that he hangs out with, and he basically fights crime as this like superhero in the Midnight Tiger or Tiger. I don't know if they actually call him Midnight Tiger in the book. I don't know. I'm not sure if they call him anything within the actual story, but he's basically like a martial artist who has like cat-like reflexes and agility and all that. Kind of very standardized ability sets and characteristics actually. And that's the main word I would use to describe this whole book is standard, just kind of average or a little bit below average. The book doesn't really. I talked about this the other day with my StarCraft review. That book didn't really do anything special, and this one doesn't either. It's just kind of there. It just uses a lot of the normal classic comic book tropes, and it's very comic booky. It's very superhero based. It's not like trying to be like this crime thriller, or it's not trying to be an outside genre. It's just trying to be a classic, almost like 60s, 70s era superhero book, which it's kind of cool. You kind of don't see a whole lot of those anymore that follow the more traditional, like old school vibe of superhero comics. Um, but yeah, this book, I did like the opening. Right, as you can see here in the opening panel, it has a very funny narration where the character is trying to explain to the audience his origin, and he basically says how Grant Morrison, who's a real life comic book writer, always tells an origin story within 4 panels and does it really good. So he tries to do it, and then he ends up it ends up not being very good, and he's very aware of it. He's like, okay, he does it better than me. I thought that was really funny and kind of cool and very meta, but I liked it though. But the rest of the book just kind of goes for this slapstick kind of humor, such as the main character is slipping and falling in mid internal monologue, which is yeah. And then there's also like a lot of puns, like a lot of really bad, really obvious puns, to the point where the writer had to know these were just horrible, and he must have been trying to do it for comedy's sake, to make fun of his own book, but or her book. I don't know who wrote this, but in the end, it just didn't work for me. It was very annoying. There was a pretty funny joke about ice villains and like him naming all these different ice villains, and the fact and kind of making fun of the fact that there's so many ice villains within every major comic book universe. So I thought that was kind of cool too. Overall, I'd give this book a 2 out of 5. It was fun. Like there were some fun kind of homage moments to it. But overall, I thought the humor was kind of annoying and the dialogue wasn't the best. It was kind of cringy at times. But I like the art. I think the art's actually very well done, very slick, and overall, it's a pretty cool little, like I said, homage to the heroes of yesterday. But overall, if you like that kind of stuff, then you might want to check it out. But overall, but there you have it, guys. That's my review for Midnight Tiger #1 from Action Lab Comics. Uh, you know, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, check me out. As always, see you guys later, and keep being awesome.